because it is the evening. And I can't say welcome back to Everdeen because I am clearly at the lake today. But I can say hello and welcome to... Anyway, I'm walking back from the train to Everdeen because I just came back from Paris. I was just in Paris for a few days doing some shows, and I went back with Laurent after we left, after getting the car. If you saw the last video, we bought a car and then had to immediately leave and go back to Paris. But I'm back now, but only for one day. I've literally come off the train, I'm walking to the house. Now I'm going to be here for one day tomorrow, and then I go back to Paris to meet Laurent for a couple of days. I have some work things to do in Paris again. But then we are coming back for a big chunk of time, which is going to be very exciting to have Laurent, my boyfriend, if you're new to the channel, here at Everdeen and able to stay for a chunk of time, because so far he's only been able to stay for 2 or 3 days at a time, and it's just been too short. So it's going to be really nice to be together for a chunk of time. But the reason that I am back just for one day is firstly to drop off this mirror that I bought in Paris. Because of course I'm just lugging Louis XV mirror from the train station to the house by foot. But more importantly, I am going to take my driving test tomorrow, which is super scary. I mean, I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited. Hopefully I will pass and get my driving license, but just to like have the test under my belt, even if I don't pass, will be amazing and just feel like a big progress forward. If you've been following this channel, you know that like I can drive. I have a driver's license in the US, but I am still very, very nervous because in France, you have to drive the French way. And to pass your test, you have to basically just tick all of the boxes of extremely specific little technical details. Like, did I turn my head first before I turned on my blinker to turn? Did I use my right hand to open the door instead of my left hand? There's just a lot of extremely specific small details like that. So what I'm more worried about, other than like the actually being a safe driver, which I know that I am, is more just getting caught up and getting some of the details wrong and maybe not passing because of that. But we will see how it goes. Anyway, that's tomorrow. Tonight I'm just gonna continue to carry my mirror to the house, sit down, have a nice dinner, and maybe do some video editing. Let's get the rest of this walk done. Yay! I got home just as the sun is setting. I think I'm just gonna drop off the mirror in the blue bedroom for now. Oh, yeah, that'll do. Yeah, because I think I'll wait for just a minute before I can hang it on the wall, because it would be a better plan to have someone else here who can hold it up and let me see what the placement's like before we hang it. So maybe it's just going to live on the chair for a minute. Well, I'm about to hop on Penelope, my bike, and ride to my driving test. Stressful. But before I do, I'm going to go over to my car, which, of course, like, it's so ridiculous that I own a car here and I can't drive it yet. It would be really great if I could drive it after today. But I'm going to go through all of the signals inside, just to make sure everything is clear in my head and it's all the same as the US, as cars that were made in the US. Well, this car I think was made in the US, so it probably doesn't help. But I'm just gonna, not because I need it, but more just for my peace of mind, go over for every signal and everything on the dashboard, because apparently there are questions that they ask during your driving test of like, show how to put on the rear fog lights, or you know, things like that. So I'm just gonna, to relax myself mainly, go through all that, have a quick look under the hood just to have that clear in my mind, and then I'm gonna head out, go into town, and get ready for my test. Maybe this is over preparing a little bit. Also, the car that the test will be in is going to be like a modern electric car with like a push button to start and a button that is the handbrake instead of the 1998 setup that is this. All right, I think that's as much as I can study. Hopefully when I come back I can drive you. Bye, CRV. All right, onto the bike. Let's go into town and get this show on the road. I've arrived. The DMV here is the train station. So I'm just chilling here in the train station waiting area. I've got about half an hour before I'm supposed to start my test. So I'm just using a few last minutes to study up on the little booklet that they gave me. But yeah, just chilling here and waiting until it's time. Okay, for obvious reasons, I couldn't actually film the driving test, but I'm going to tell you what happened with this video of beautiful sunflowers. At the appointed time, the exam car arrived with the official test giver and also my driving instructor who rode along. I didn't know that was going to be a thing, but it was. I did the test, which took about half an hour, and then I left and rode my bike back to Everdeen. It's so beautiful to arrive home at this time of day, and I'm very, very happy to be able to go in, sit down, watch the sunset out a window, and have a big glass of wine, or maybe a gin tonic. I've just noticed as I walk up to the house too, that the Gladiolas have started to bloom. They're so gorgeous. Oh, look at those. Oh, that's very exciting. I can't wait to see them all in flower because we've got this whole bed and two over there and then a whole other bed over here. It looks like we've just got one blooming so far, but that's okay. I can wait. I am patient. But also bloom, little guys, bloom. This one's almost ready. Come on, little guy. I want to see some flowers, please. I'm treating myself to a gin and tonic in the hammock. It's so lovely. I feel very, I don't know if relaxed is the word, but like, I feel like I've made a step forward in my life today. I don't know if I passed. I won't know for 2 more days what the results are. I don't know how I did. I feel like I did a pretty good job, but there were a few moments that were slightly sketchy. For example, like right when we started, I was behind a guy on a bike, and there's a lot of rules for like how you pass someone on a bike. For example, you have to pass them at least 1.5 meters of distance between you and them. And you cannot pass them if there's a hill or a curve coming up where you can't see if there's another car coming around the curve. So I was behind this person on the bicycle, and there was a curve like fairly far off in the distance, but I didn't want to like zoom around him. So like I waited till I felt it was safe, but I don't know if like technically I should have passed him before the curve or if I should have waited till after the curve like I did. So it's that kind of like extremely technical thing that I'm really worried about. There was also a moment where the instructor was telling me to take a certain route to leave the car park, and I just had a faffle in my brain with the French, and I did not follow the route that he told me to leave the car park because I just lost the ability to speak French for a moment from the stress. But I don't know. I could see it going either way. But we will find out in 2 days. And for the meantime, I'm not going to worry about it. If I have to do it again, I have to do it again. This was a good practice. We'll see. I called Laurent and Laurent, my boyfriend, and told him about how it went. And he was like, "You're being way too hard on yourself." I'm like, "I am, but maybe they're going to be too hard on me too." There's definitely an optimist and a pessimist in this relationship, and you guys can guess which one I am. Anyway, I'm gonna enjoy my gin and tonic and chill out and relax and then crash. So I guess I will finish this video up with the results when I get them in 2 days. Is a helicopter passing overhead? What is happening? Oh, like the helicopter wants you to subscribe? Maybe I've had too much gin. I passed my test. Well, I have driven before. So I guess I shouldn't be that excited, but I passed my test! And I get to drive my car! Yay! Are you terrified?
I'm not. I'm great. I'm so happy.
Hi guys, it is time for another Guess the Chateau outro. But before I show you the chateau to be identified, I'll just quickly do the outro part of the outro, which is to remind you guys to please subscribe because it makes a huge difference. It really helps me out and I really appreciate it. And also liking videos helps a lot. So please do those two things. And now, here's the chateau for you to guess. So as usual, anyone who guesses what chateau this is, by the date that is shown on the bottom of your screen right now, first off gets the satisfaction of being correct, and secondly, if you leave a comment with your correct guess, I will include it in a short about this chateau to be published very soon. So give me some guesses. I will give you a couple of hints. First off, this view of the chateau is not visible from street level, so you will only recognize this view if you've seen a picture already or if you've actually visited the interior of the chateau. Secondly, I will tell you it is in the Loire Valley of France. Thirdly, one more hint. I'm feeling generous, I'll do one more hint. One more hint is that it is a royal chateau. In other words, the monarch did live here on a regular basis. So, give me some guesses. And with that, I will see you guys next time.